subscribing, and leaving comments.
Doggy blood donors.
But first, does he walk among us? These believers may have you convinced that Bigfoot is in the Buckeye State.
Covered with hair, smart as a human, and walks the forest near us. Well, Bigfoot, of course. Of course, that's Mr.
Mr. Bigfoot, that's right. You don't want to get that guy mad. Believers say the legend is no longer confined to the Pacific Northwest. Bigfoot has moved to our own backyards. Scott Knoll has this special report.
In the woods of Ohio, Robert Morgan is searching for something he believes in. He calls them the forest giants.
They have a joie de vivre. They like life.
For life lovers, these Bigfoot or Sasquatch creatures have done a remarkable job of staying away from the clear view of cameras, unless they're from Hollywood in the film Harry and the Hendersons. But Bigfoot is no laughing matter to Bob Morgan.
And we stood there staring at each other. I don't know who was more surprised, him or me.
He says his first of 5 sightings was in Washington State 40 years ago, but now he looks for Bigfoot in Ohio.
We know they come through here. The question is when. That's the problem.
Bigfoot believers like Don Keating think the creatures have picked Ohio to live because there's room.
Coshocton County has the highest number of sightings in the state of Ohio due to the fact that, number one, you have the Columbus and Southern Cool Lands in the southern part of the county. That's open for public hunting and public fishing. There are at least 10,000 acres that belong to Columbus and Southern, and that's mainly just a wild area.
Every month, Keating holds a meeting in Newcomerstown for those who are interested in Bigfoot. Well, even Bigfoot can get a tough crowd. But one thing that opens eyes, videotapes that supposedly show Sasquatch.
Oh, there he goes. There's nothing that jumps right out at me and says, this is a hoax.
Tape expert Dave Bittner studies these.
It's definitely one of the best videos I've seen.
In the case of Bigfoot, it's more likely to be pranksters and hoaxsters.
But Cleveland State anthropologist Robert Mensforth says the tapes have obvious problems, like their distance.
More film footage that's, 200-300 yards away.
And critics have studied a famous film from California from the late 60s called the Patterson film. They say the white soles with sharp edges look more like snow sticking to boots than any animal or ape ever seen in nature. Furthermore, skeptics say, show me the bodies.
Physically, we have no fossils, we have no bones, we have no teeth.
Bigfoot believers say the creatures bury their dead under boulders.
Unless you have absolutely perfect, a type of perfect soil situation, it's not going to last.
In northern latitudes, like in North America and Ohio and Canada, they would preserve for a very, very long time.
Some claim footprint casts are the proof.
This one here was taken at a place called Lick Run, just north of Newcomerstown in 1991.
Probably the work of pranksters, says anthropologist Mensforth.
They readily admit it, and they'll even show you the, the footprint apparatus that they've made.
It doesn't really bother me in the least bit that a scientist or an anthropologist or whoever would think that it's not out there.
A local gun shop has made a generous offer, a $100,000 reward for the capture of a live Bigfoot. Note, the Bigfoot in this advertisement is smaller than actual size.
Hopefully one day, and hopefully soon, we'll be able to lay a species on a table, or we'll have undeniable video proof of one of these creatures out there. And then you can say, all you skeptics that didn't think it was there, now you know it is.
Of course, they've been saying that for years.
Well, the evidence that we have documented so far shows beyond any shadow of a reasonable doubt there are intelligent beings walking the forest around us.
Though he produced no such evidence, Bob Morgan did show me how he walks through the woods, palms extended upward as a sign of peace. Well, one of the things Bob likes to do is to take a big stick like this and come into the forest, whack it against a tree rhythmically like this, and see if they respond. They'll just sit there and wait.
Because the whole idea is to get them to trust you. That's the idea.
And Bob Morgan doesn't care if you don't believe him now. He promises one day he'll have the proof.
Now, whether or not I'll succeed, it doesn't make any difference. The wheel turns. It just doesn't matter. The question is, did I try?
Scott Newell, the 10 o'clock news.
Late breaking news out of Washington tonight. A plane carrying First Lady Hillary Clinton.
If you're enjoying all this rare and unique content, please show your support by subscribing and leaving comments.